Excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Now Burrow on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The tight end, CC3otw's, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Number 22, Christian.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Drew Sample, the intended receiver.
But it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. McCaffrey on the toss right. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away.
For the Bengals.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I suspect this is one of those calls the defensive coordinator would love to have back.
Absolutely.
Feels like he took a bit of a gamble here. And I remember when I was playing, when we had a team really backed up, there was a talk about, let's go ahead and get upfield and get a safety. And sometimes that works against you because they really hit them big, didn't they?
They did. They were hoping for a couple yards of breathing room, but they got a lot more than that. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down.
7-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man, the tight end fails. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Darren Fells.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Mike 55, Mike 55.
On play action, here's Tua. He's got his tight end, it's Fells. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, it's Tua. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
We got 4. We got 4. 24 is the mark. Let's get that ball.
Now Tua. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
It's 4th down.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. Tua on 4th down. He finds his target, Fuller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? 2 now on 1st down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That's another Dolphins 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Come on, D.
Tua sets up to pass it, and it's caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
24 is the mic. We're pretty quiet, y'all.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Now this time, Tua is going to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
1-yard line.
Tua going to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Here's Tua. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
At the 30.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
24 is the mark. I got you. I got you. You got time. Watch the whip.
Tua to throw again. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
We got to step it up. 50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mark. 22.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
That's 22. That's 22.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
going to throw again. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
55 mark, 55. Rack. 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the screen.
Looking to pass. Tua. And throw right side complete to Parker. Now the ball comes loose, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was brought down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Fuller brings it in over the middle. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's Hunt. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins head on to their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, a touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And that's a touchdown. But hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10 at about the 32. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Bengals.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They go play action with Burrow. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28.
13 yards.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Ball carrier.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
touchdown.
A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
Austin
Seibert on for the extra point. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Mark 55, Mark 55. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll run it here with Hunt. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Hunt, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From midfield, here's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Tua now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
A gain of 20.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and goal.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's crashing.
He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Von Bell. And now look at him go.
He's going to make everything happen.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Dolphins 21, Bengals 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They'll roll him out right. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, they really could have turned this one upside down.
4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Complete to
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
3rd down.
Here we go with Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
Xavier Howard on the coverage.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
It's just me and you. It's me and you. Check foot.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.